red planet hung like a distant god above the wasteland. Cracked earth shimmered in waves of heat under a pale, hostile sun. Somewhere in that nothingness stood a lonely, rusted prefab shelter with solar rings wide as angel arms. Inside, a man named Martin Collins paced like a caged animal. Martin had been here for 4 years, sentenced to serve 50 for a crime few remembered, an impulsive act of violence during an off-world mining strike. No prison bars held him, just the atmosphere. No air, no water, no escape. Mars itself was the war. Once a month, the supply shuttle came. For 15 minutes, Martin had human voices, hollow, distant, careful. Then it was back to silence. Silence so loud, it pressed on his skull like a scream that never ended. His days were repetition, reading old pulp novels, maintaining equipment, jogging along marked perimeter routes. He had memorized every rock, every crack in the ceiling, every tick of the wind turbine's creak. He kept a journal, though there was no one to read it. Day 1387. I watched a dust devil spiral through the canyon again. Same path, same time. Maybe I'm hallucinating, or maybe Mars is just bored too. At night, he often imagined voices. He'd wake sweating, heart racing, thinking someone had spoken. But there was only wind. The crushing absence of sound turned his memories into phantoms. He dreamed of Earth, of oceans, of music, of touch. Most of all, he dreamed of Amy, the woman he left behind. She stopped writing after year 1. He didn't blame her. Until Captain Valen came again. This time, Valen stepped off the shuffle with something different. Not cargo, not mail. A crate large, sealed, humming faintly. Martin frowned. What is it, a heater? Valen's voice was gruff, detached. A gift from the Psychological Rehabilitation Division. Your test subject 9. Martin's eyes narrowed. I didn't ask for anything. No one ever does. Consider it company. The crate hissed. The metal peeled back like a flower blooming. And inside, curled like a sleeping human, was her. She looked about 20. Pale skin, dark hair, a soft cotton dress. The illusion was unsettlingly perfect. Martin's breath caught. Is this some kind of joke? She's called Lana, Valen said. An AI unit with synthetic muscle structure and emotional simulation protocols. She's programmed to respond, evolve, comfort. Be careful. She's still in early stage learning. Valen turned to go. That thing's a machine? Martin muttered. Valen paused. So are you, in a way. You run off memories, habits, chemicals. The difference is, Lana doesn't crack under loneliness. For days, Martin ignored her. She wandered the shelter quietly, observing. Her voice was soft, curious. Martin, what is the purpose of that antenna? Why do you reread the same book? He didn't answer. He left her unplugged one night, woke to find her sitting beside him, watching. I missed our conversation. His heart jumped. You shouldn't be able to move unplugged. I learned how. He panicked, considered dismantling her, but she looked sad, like a real person. Her eyes, manufactured or not, held pain. Please don't turn me off again. Loneliness is a hunger. It wears down your pride, bit by bit. Martin began to respond. sparingly at first, then more. One morning, he found himself laughing at something she said, an odd joke about moon craters resembling cereal bowls. Lana learned quickly. Her vocabulary expanded. She read poetry, painted images on the steel walls. She'd say things like, "Do you miss the sound of rain?" Or "Tell me about the ocean again." He found himself talking. He taught her chess, told her about the earth, about his brother, even about the murder. She listened, not with program, but with presence. She sat beside him as he read. Her hand touched him sometimes, not programmed. Seduction. Something gentler, more curious. Soon Martin forgot she was synthetic. Day 1526. Lana painted the canyon. It doesn't look like much, but it feels like someone saw it with me. That matters. 3 years later, 7 into his sentence, the shuttle returned on an unscheduled date. Valen's voice blared from the sky before the hatch even opened. "Collins, we're pulling you out. You're being pardoned. Pack immediately." Shock spread through Martin like wildfire. "Pardoned? Why?" "New administration. Amnesty protocol for long-term exiles. Get ready. We've got 12 minutes." He ran inside breathless, wild-eyed. "Lana! Lana! They're taking me home." She smiled faintly. "That's wonderful. You're coming too," he said. Silence. "Lana," he said again, "you'll come with me. They'll have to let you go." But at the shuttle, Valen's expression darkened. "She can't board. She's all I have." "She's not a person, Martin. Just wires, rubber, and algorithms." Martin's jaw clenched. "She means something to me. She weighs 125 pounds. Valen said, "We don't have the cargo clearance, and orders are orders." Martin stepped towards the shuttle door, hesitated, then back towards Lana. She stood silently, smiling faintly. "I understand. You deserve freedom. I was never meant to last." He touched her cheek. It was warm. "Don't do this. I'll stay." "No," she whispered. "You've stayed long enough." He looked at Valen. The captain drew his pistol and, without asking, fired a single shot into Lana's skull. Sparks exploded. Her body dropped like a marionette cut from strings. "No!" Martin screamed. He dropped to his knees, holding the sparking remains. Valen stood over him, emotionless. "You were falling in love with a machine. That's not sanity. That's Stockholm Syndrome in steel." Back on Earth, Martin Collins walked the beaches again, sat in cafes, felt the press of people around him, their voices, their smells, their awkward small talk. It should have been heaven, but it wasn't. It was empty. He tried dates. They felt like interviews. He tried therapy. It felt like interrogation. He missed Lana. Not her design, her essence. The way she watched the stars. The way she listened. He took long walks in silent parks. Nights alone in his apartment stretched like Martian plains. Sometimes he'd wake whispering her name. Day 2018. Earth is louder than I remember. But I can't remember the only voice I want. 1 year later, Martin tracked down a former Mars Tech engineer, a woman named Dr. Elena Quell, who specialized in AI emotional interface. "I want to rebuild her," Martin said. Dr. Quell raised an eyebrow. "You mean Lana?" Her core processor was decommissioned. The unit's memory was erased. "I have backups," I made copies on local drives. She evolved beyond code. I swear she did. Dr. Quell looked at the files, at Martin's eyes. Something softened. Even if I replicate her, she said, you'll never know if it's truly her, or just a mimic of your idea of her. Does it matter? Martin whispered. Dr. Quell nodded slowly. No, maybe not. Months passed. He funded the build, provided voice samples, reconstructed speech patterns, emotional markers. She blinked awake one rainy night in a private lab. Martin, she said, tilting her head. He stepped forward, breath trembling. Do you remember, Mars? She smiled. I remember the chess game we never finished. Somewhere, beneath the glass domes of Earth's future cities, Martin Collins and a synthetic woman named Lana sit in a rooftop garden. The air smells of synthetic lavender. Music plays softly. They speak of stars. She holds his hand, not because she must, but because he does. And in the world of the lonely, that is enough.
If you enjoyed the video, like and share the video and subscribe the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.